Have you ever been around someone who was being a martyr, complaining and still doing all the things, but then complaining about doing the things? And have you ever wondered, how would I know if I was being a martyr? There's several ways you can check in and find out for yourself if you are relating to your relationships and your world through this lens of martyrdom. It's natural, it's normal, we've probably all done it at some time, but it produces a very specific type of experience in life. Number one, you complain to other people about someone else without having a direct conversation with them. How many of you are acquainted with the humble brag and how we can use it to veil our complaints about other people? It might sound something like, oh, I had to go to the grocery store for my neighbor because, they hurt their leg and they can't walk. And this has been going on now for several months. I don't mind at all. I just know they really need the help. So I'm the only one that can do it. So I have to do it for them. And I keep doing it. And sometimes, I forget my own groceries when I go, but I'm so glad that I get to help them out. You see what I'm saying there? You see how that works? Or at work, it could sound like, we're doing a group project, but I know everyone else is super busy, so I don't mind doing the lion's share of it. And I will just take extra work home and I'll bring it to the team and I'll make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. I'll take care of all the details because everyone else is really busy. They have a lot going on and I don't want to add other stress to their life. So I just take care of it and it's fine. And it's kind of my role in the organization and people look to me for that. And it's a way that maybe I could say I feel good about myself. And these complaints can be chronic. They can go on. And it's also connected to an identity, a way that I see myself and my role in relationships. So that's number one. If you're complaining and yet setting yourself up and feeding a dynamic in relationships where you see yourself as the one giving all the time and other people are just on the receiving end of your goodness, chances are good that you're being a martyr. Number two, you keep lists of everything that you've ever done, offered to do, executed, not asked for anything in return, and continue to do over and over again. Martyrs keep really long lists of all your generosity, all your giving, all the goodness, all the things that you choose to do for other people. And of course, how other people, they don't really do the same thing. They don't really get it. They're just there to be on the receiving end. When you're in full martyrdom mode, sometimes you just take that list out and maybe you read it off to somebody. Maybe you give it back to them as a long litany of, hey, here's all the things that I have done for you. And when that happens, you're right on the precipice of going from martyr to bully. Have you ever used your list to extort someone? Maybe extort a favor or have them do something that they don't really want to do, but you want them to do? Have you ever used your list to manipulate or as a way to punish someone else? If you say, well, maybe, or yes to any of those, that's a great example of an opportunity to notice when you're relating as a martyr. Number three, you are constantly exhausted. You feel depleted. You can hardly get up in the morning. You drag yourself out of bed and then make yourself do all the things for other people that you've decided they need done or that they've asked you to do, that you've agreed to. You've said yes, maybe when you mean no, or sometimes you've volunteered for another reason. Now, what's interesting, this word martyr is typically associated with someone who dies for their beliefs, someone who dies for their faith. And when we are in full martyrdom mode, we are killing ourselves for an image of how we think we look or how we want to look to other people. and it's exhausting and depleting. And at the end of the day, the biggest price we pay when we're living in martyrdom mode is we completely lose touch with our own dreams. We don't have the energy left to pursue them, to engage them, to be thrilled about our own life and our own contribution, apart from these transactional duties that we have assigned ourselves. Martyrdom can be a great way to avoid the risk of pursuing vision. Taking a risk to put yourself out there to actually receive feedback and course correct. When we're in martyrdom mode, we're stunting our own growth, and we are often stunting the growth of those around us that we say we're helping. So now what? What to do about it? Well, number one, be aware. Elevate your awareness of what your habits are, where you automatically go, when you say yes, when you mean no. Start paying attention to your energy. Are you actually engaging things that give you energy, that are thrilling for you? Or are you engaging with activities and relationships that you notice feel depleting? They tend to dissipate your energy. Number two, create an interruption. Stop motion. Completely stop what you're doing and pause. And then ask yourself, what are some other choices I have right now? Look at other options other than what you naturally default to. There are a lot of great ways to interrupt. One is physically change your modality. That's a great way to interrupt. Another way is maybe take a couple minutes and journal, just a minute or two. What are you hearing? Look at it on the paper and ask yourself, is this something that I desire to do? Or am I doing it out of duty or guilt or some sense of have to that I live in? Number three, reconnect with your vision. What is thrilling for you? What's exciting for you? And if you're not clear on your vision, if that word sounds too big or too daunting for you, set up a vision call with somebody. There's a lot of great coaches we have at Novus Global, and any one of them would love to set up a vision call. So check us out, get on a vision call, get clear about your vision and what it might look like for you to give your energy towards a vision worth living into. If this was helpful for you, check out my video series on victimology and on saying yes when you mean no. Please like, subscribe, share this with a friend, ring the bell for notifications, make a comment. I'd love to hear from you how this was helpful or what's another topic you'd like to explore.